You guys, you're welcome back to my channel where we talk about movies we watched and how we feel about them. So today we're talking about Talk Love. So the actors were what's her name? Nadia Buhari and Maurice Sam, the main actors. Ah, yeah, it was a movie. It was a movie. I don't know when it was released, but I just watched it this month. Chocolate. Okay, so as the script said, Maurice Sam was such a dog, the type that the politicians reverenced. So whenever they came back from anywhere, they would pay tithes, sort of. And then Nadia Buhari was this lawyer who just came into Nigeria, and at that point in time, this particular thug was trying to take the land that belonged to her aunt, who owned an orphanage. Yeah, so what do we think about this particular movie? About the actors, I feel like Sam did okay. As usual, he always does good. He did okay, but I wouldn't say great because there weren't a lot of scenes that actually could have helped him to show what kind of a talk he was. So we kept hearing he was a talk, but we couldn't actually see the reality of it. So, and Nigerians should learn that whenever you call someone something in a movie, make sure we see it at the end of the day. There's this movie, this drama, K drama, I will not forget. The name is Devil Judge. So the villain in that particular movie was a lady, and she was called Ruthless in that movie. You guys, like, I watched this a long time ago, like maybe 5 years ago. But this particular drama, like, awed me in the sense that at the end of the drama, I could tell, like, that the every meaning that ruthless could ever mean was depicted in her. Like, I could also call her ruthless. So, if you're not going to show us what someone is, and you actually say, "Oh, this person is a thug," show us. That's why we're watching. If not, we'll be listening to it. Okay. So yeah, Nadia Buhari acted normal. Uh huh. Because there was nothing really much to act. So, and obviously, it looked like they were acting. It wasn't like she was this lawyer. And as someone that studied law, hey, uh, Omo, I don't know. You get they talk so much about going to court. I can't meet you because we have a case together. Eh? Eh? Hey, Omo. Anyway, let's get to the matter at hand. Let's not just try to shade people who put in their hard work into this. Because if there's anybody to be blamed, it's the script writer. But I can understand because the script writer is trying to tilt or bend his writing in a way, or his or her writing in a way that it would be able to accommodate Nigerians that actually usually shoot in one scene or two scenes. So they're trying to cut down scenes, okay? So I can maybe you understand from that angle. Not really. But it was trash. Trash, trash, trash. The whole accident. What was that hair she was carrying at the end? Oh my god. She said, "Oh my god, my daddy, I survived the accident. My daddy, my daddy had to hide it from you that I was alive, and I lost our baby. And I leave the country tonight." Like, oh my god, like this the scenes were just, like when they said that, like, like when a scene is flowing, like, okay, when a script is actually flowing, that one is more technical. When a scene is flowing, you just know what scene should come. It's like writing is like mathematics. A movie is like mathematics, actually. The people on the screen watching it don't know, but behind it is mathematics. When you're writing, everything has to be balanced. This scene has to come with this scene. Like, it's not just random. You can't just stay and say, "Oh, what should I do next? Should I bring a cook in his house now?" No, like, it's calculated actually most of the time. How can that kind of last scene exist? Like, it's so off. Like, the conversation was so scattered. What kind of conversation? There was no chemistry in that conversation. The conversation was dragged. Like, "Oh, I'm leaving you." Or do you think I don't know that you lied to me that you had changed, but in reality you had not changed? How did you know that you said you had changed your lifestyle, but you had not changed? How she can't take no because she had been in coma or wherever she was receiving treatment. So how, because at the point when she had the accident, he had changed. Okay, so when she now said that, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. See, it's better if you watch this movie before you come back here for this. So then he's like, oh, I'm sorry for lying to you. Uh, Meanwhile, he was just about to leave her after she came to apologize or get back together with him. And then after she said, "Oh, I knew you didn't change," he came back and I said, "Oh, I love you." You're like, what kind of thing was that? I was like this. So like when I was watching, so I was like, even the way they fell in love, like how did they even fall in love? Oh, like I wanted to hit her, and then he caught her, and since then he started checking up on her, and then said, "Oh, be my lawyer," which I never saw. Um, how she was the lawyer or whatever case she had to handle. Or like it's just not by saying I'm a lawyer. I beg, the reason why we're watching movies is actually to see. We're not seeing, you are not showing us anything. We're just watching I'm a lawyer. You can't come to my turf. Oh, blab on. And then all of a sudden you're in love. And then she dies, supposedly. And then you start playing football with the children. And then you give the aunt money that you're living the story was whack, like bad. Like what at least if you're trying to come up with a conflict, get a conflict that actually makes sense and impute it from the beginning. Because please don't just throw something out there like even the people that plan to kill him, like they didn't even really look like they could realistically kill him. So please, please do better. Thank you. God bless you. Ngwan. Bye.